2100 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister, in his keynote address to the World Economic Forum at Davos, has said Pakistan stands as a partner for peace and will not become part of any war in future. Imran Khan says Pakistan and the United States are on the same page to resolve the Afghan issue through negotiations. Pakistan and the United Kingdom have agreed to further strengthen bilateral cooperation to ensure peace and security in the Middle East. The Indian police have started using drones to keep a close watch on the movement of the people and anti-India demonstrations in occupied Kashmir. China has appointed Li Qian as the new special envoy for Afghanistan. In the ICC Under-19 World Cup 2020 in South Africa, Pakistan beat Zimbabwe by 38 runs at Potchefstroom this evening. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says Pakistan stands as a partner for peace and will not become part of any war. In his keynote address at the special session of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland today, he said Pakistan is actively playing a responsible role in diffusing tensions between the United States and Iran. The Prime Minister said Pakistan is also playing a critical role in bringing peace in Afghanistan. Referring to the economic situation of the country, he said his government inherited fiscal and trade deficits at huge scale. He said in order to stabilize the economy, the government took tough decisions, resulting in upward trajectory of stock markets, stabilization in the value of the rupee, and increase in foreign reserves. Imran Khan said in just 1 year, ease of doing business improved by 28 points as per the World Bank estimates. He said we have started skills development program, encouraging the youth to start their own businesses and entrepreneurial projects. The Prime Minister said with the help of China under the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, work is being done on enhancing agricultural productivity of the country. Referring to the steps taken by his government to cope with climate change, Imran Khan said his government has resolved to plant 10 billion trees in Pakistan to make the country greener. About Pakistan becoming part of the US war against Soviet Union in the 1980s, the Prime Minister said Pakistan was left with militant groups as a byproduct of that war, which became impediment in our growth. He said after 9/11 incident, Pakistan faced a similar dilemma and 70,000 Pakistanis sacrificed their lives in the terror wave. Replying to a question, Imran Khan said there is no terrorism in Pakistan and 2019 has been the safest year in the country since 9/11 incident. He said we are taking steps to exploit the tourism potential of the country after restoration of peace. Earlier addressing the International Media Council in Davos, Prime Minister Imran Khan said Pakistan and the United States are on the same page to resolve the Afghan issue through negotiations. He appreciated the policy of Donald Trump administration to hold talks with the Taliban to come out of the Afghan imbroglio. About the Kashmir issue, the Prime Minister said Kashmiri people have been held hostage for the last 5 months with innumerable human rights violations. To a question regarding probability of conflict between India and Pakistan, the Prime Minister ruled out any immediate clash. However, he expressed concern that India could again launch a strike inside Pakistan on the pretext of any other Pulwama-like incident. The Prime Minister urged the United States and the international community to take stock of the situation and play their role in resolving the Kashmir issue. The Prime Minister also impressed upon them to send international observers on fact-finding mission to Kashmir as it is becoming a flashpoint between two nuclear-armed neighbors. Pakistan and the United Kingdom have agreed to further strengthen bilateral cooperation to ensure peace and security in the Middle East. The consensus was reached during a telephonic conversation between the Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi and his British counterpart Dominic Raab today. Shah Mahmood Qureshi apprised of Pakistan's efforts to diffuse tensions in the region through active diplomatic engagement with relevant parties in the Middle East. He also spoke about grave human rights and humanitarian situation in Indian-occupied Kashmir and urged the United Kingdom to play its role in peaceful resolution of the dispute. The British Foreign Secretary appreciated Pakistan's efforts to support diffusion of tensions. This is Radio Pakistan. Prime Minister Imran Khan has constituted a three-member committee to probe the wheat and flour-related controversy. The Director General FIA will be the convener of the committee, while its three other members include Director General Anti-Corruption Punjab, representative of the Intelligence Bureau, not below basic pay scale 20 or 21, and any other member which the convener may co-opt for. The committee will identify causes and circumstances leading to the wheat controversy. The committee will also give assessments and managements of wheat stocks within the federal government and the provinces. The committee will complete its inquiry and report will be submitted to the Prime Minister by the 6th of next month. The Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on Information and Broadcasting, Firdaus Ashikawan, has assured federal government's full cooperation to Balochistan government for relief and rehabilitation of the recent rain and snowfall affected people in the province. Talking to media persons in Quetta today, she said timely rescue efforts of the National Disaster Management Authority in cooperation with the Balochistan government helped to save many precious lives. Chinese Interior Minister will visit Pakistan soon. That will further strengthen bilateral relations between the two countries. This was stated by the Chinese ambassador to Pakistan, Yao Sheng, during a meeting with the Interior Minister Ijaz Shah in Islamabad today. Issues pertaining to bilateral relations and security came under discussion during the meeting. The Chinese ambassador commended Pakistan's efforts for peace in the region. In occupied Kashmir, the Indian police have started using drones to keep a close watch on the movement of the people and anti-India demonstrations in the territory. A senior police official said over 100 drones were provided to the police force last year in October and November, which were now being used to conduct mapping exercises. Mapping exercises are conducted to create elaborate profiles of localities, which include details such as number of houses, shops, roads, religious places, and other establishments located there. Informed sources said the Bharatiya Janata Party-led Indian government would use this information to execute its plan of effecting a demographic change in the occupied territory. India's Supreme Court has refused to put on hold the implementation of a controversial new citizenship law. The Citizenship Amendment Act was passed in December last year, prompting outrage and protests across India. Around 30 people have been killed in over a month of protests against the law in India. China has appointed Li Qian as the new special envoy for Afghanistan. In a statement in Beijing, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Sheng Shuang said Li Qian is a senior diplomat who has served as China's ambassador to Afghanistan, Malaysia, Pakistan, and other countries. And now cricket in the ICC Under-19 World Cup 2020 in South Africa. Pakistan beat Zimbabwe by 38 runs at Potchefstroom this evening. Batting first, Pakistan scored 294 runs for the loss of 9 wickets in the stipulated 50 overs. In reply, Zimbabwe were all out for 254 runs in 46.3 overs. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain with snowfall is expected at isolated places in Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir, and its adjoining hilly areas. Fog is likely to prevail in the plain areas of the Punjab during night hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.